a night of cooking and dine better. Celebrate better at the Coach House in Deniliquin tonight.
Part of the Ace Radio Network. 88.5, 103.9, 102.5 Edge FM.
15 degrees in Melbourne, showers increasing tomorrow, a top of 18. It's 6 o'clock. Good evening, I'm Tony Tardio. The operators of the Cruise Health Retreat, where a woman died after consuming a drink suspected to have contained magic mushrooms, have expressed their deep sorrow and shock. 53-year-old Ringwood North woman Rachel Dixon died at the Soul Barn on Fraser Street early on Sunday morning after suffering a possible cardiac arrest. Reporter Gillian Lantura says in the statement the retreat says it hired out its workshop.
And at the time of Rachel Dixon's death, it was actually an event that was outsourced rather than any of the staff that works at Soul Barn. Police are stressing that this case is with the local detectives. It's not a homicide investigation.
A day of community reflection will be held at Westfield Bondi Junction in Sydney tomorrow, 5 days on from the deadly mass stabbing. Kate Creedon is there.
Here on Oxford Street, the sea of flowers continues to grow as mourners come to pay their respects to the 6 victims who died in last Saturday's knife attack. Tomorrow will be the first opportunity for the public to go back inside Westfield, with the centre reopening between 11am and 5pm. However, retailers will remain closed. It'll be a sombre, silent chance to remember the victims, with no background music playing throughout the day and counsellors on site to speak to those who may need support. On Friday, the centre will officially reopen ahead of a vigil on Sunday evening at Bondi Beach, with all invited to rug up, bring a candle and share their grief with the community still hurting. In Bondi Junction, Kate Creedon, 9 News.
Around 700 jobs are reportedly at risk after plastics maker Qenos called in voluntary administrators. The Australian reports it comes after its former Chinese owners sold the company to property developer Logos. Qenos runs plants in Victoria and New South Wales. Police have charged 5 male youths after a high-speed chase which started in Riverina. Just before 10:30 last night, police, with the assistance of the Air Wing, tracked the allegedly stolen black BMW sedan across Glen Iris, Camberwell, Richmond, Collingwood and the CBD. Detective Inspector Rod Nayland says the vehicle allegedly reached speeds of up to 190 kilometres an hour on Eastlink before they were arrested on Wellington Street in East Melbourne.
Police will allege that they were involved in high-risk driving when they were first identified out here in the eastern region, and the dangerous driving continued for up to about an hour, where it ultimately was resolved in East Melbourne.
Australian boxing coach Jamie Pittman has withdrawn from this year's Olympic Games in Paris over sexual misconduct allegations. The former Olympian is accused of a number of code of conduct breaches, including making a lewd remark to a rookie boxer. In finance news, the share market down 1 point at the close. The Australian dollar is buying 64.2 US cents.
Echuca Auto Group, the home of Kia and Cherry, Northern Highway Echuca.
The AFL says it'll review tribunal guidelines at the end of the year after Charlie Cameron's ban for his dumping tackle was overturned. Chief Executive Andrew Dillon says the league thought the match review officer got it right, with the one-match suspension appropriate for the action, and it won't appeal last night's verdict. Bulldog Caleb Daniel is expected to spend a second week in the VFL after missing out on selection for tomorrow night's clash against St Kilda. The teams will be named in the next hour. Hawthorn skipper James Sicily admits the Hawks leadership group needs to take a lot of the responsibility for their winless start to this season.
It's a reflection of myself and all the leaders not showing the way good enough and consistent enough to see multiple and consistent efforts that we are proud of. And I've got to lead the way in that department and I haven't been doing so. So, that's the forefront of my sort of focus going forward.
And Borussia Dortmund has reached the semi-finals of the Champions League for the first time since 2023. The PSG also through to the Final Four. It's 6:05. That's the latest in news and sport.
Fantasia with the latest in sport for Power Core, supplying power to homes across Western Victoria. The AFL won't appeal the decision to downgrade Brisbane Charlie Cameron's rough conduct suspension to a fine. The tribunal found exceptional circumstances to use discretion to lessen the charges, citing his clean record. Port Adelaide's Jeremy Finlayson has clarified comments saying he was annoyed at his 3-week ban for making a homophobic slur. The 28-year-old said he was frustrated at himself for making the remarks rather than at the suspension. CEO of the AFL Players Association, Paul Marsh, has shed light on how they'll handle Nathan Murphy's post-footy career after the former Magpie was forced to retire on medical grounds due to concussion.
As I understand it, will have a further year of his contract, and then we get into a discussion around what we call a career-ending injury payment. We also have insurance policies in place.
That Sport Power Core's year-round vegetation inspection and cutting program is keeping communities safe.
If you're a tradie and you can't afford $30 a week to market your business, are you even serious about success? Be a trusty tradie. Call 5881-1811.
Promote the Shop Local message in your town for less than $6 a week. Have your business advertised on radio all year long. Plus, you get a cool Shop Local sticker to display.
Listen up, here's big news for the Greater Valleys. Trellies is your Yeti superstore. At Trellies, you get access to all Yeti colours. Cups, coolers, accessories, cargo storage, even Yeti dog bowls. Trellies, the Greater Valleys Yeti superstore. Eagle Hawk Road, Bendigo.
Your official emergency broadcaster, 102.5 Edge FM.
For 25 years, Aussies have been powering their passion with Battery World. So if you're hitting the open road, on your next outdoor adventure, or simply taking pride in a job well done, there's only one place to go, and that's Battery World.
Edge FM weather.
Hurtle Group, proudly fueling rural Australia since 1974.
Your 4-day forecast for northern Victoria and the southern Riverina. Down to a low of 7 degrees tonight. Partly cloudy tomorrow with light winds becoming southwesterly. Looking ahead to Friday, partly cloudy with a top of 21 degrees. On Saturday, sunny with a top of 23 and sunny on Sunday heading for a top of 24. Deniliquin tomorrow headed for a top of 21 degrees. At Chickamoama seeing 20, Cobram 22.
The Big Mac is the original mouthful, a one-of-a-kind flavour that now comes in 3 sizes.
At the moment, it's 19 degrees.